How do I win my DCF investigation process of an assessment and get the case closed, which is what everybody wants? One of the most important things is the home visit. Let's talk about it, whether it's during your DCF investigative process up front or the DCF investigation process during the assessment. DCF's coming to your home. They want to see your environment, where your children are being raised. So it's time for you to show off. Yeah, I said it right, show off. By making sure your home is spick and span. And you're going to say, well, I'm not all that clean, Kevin. I get it, I'm a guy. Most guys aren't. And you might be a woman that's not all that clean either. Go hire somebody. It's going to cost you a few shekels, but guess what? You'll be the beneficiary. And don't do it for DCF, do it for yourself. You're going to like a nice clean home. With that said, make the beds, vacuum the floors. Make sure there's no pet feces, a dog or a cat or birds or whatever you have. Make sure the litter box is clean. Make sure that you don't have any pornography, movies, lingerie, sex toys, anything that would be inappropriate. I had a client, his name was Bob, not his real name, and I walked into his home and I went to use the bathroom, which I never do, but I had to real bad this time because we traveled a great distance, and in his bathroom was a bunch of pornography magazines. Just the wrong message. And I don't know if the social worker is going to use the bathroom, but if they did, they wouldn't be too pleased because those magazines are out in public. They're also for consumption by the children. Wrong message to send. And I'm sure that well-intentioned, well-meaning. And when I told Bob, I said, gotta get rid of that. Gotta get rid of that. And I said, put it away. You want to read it? Fine. Have a party. You're an adult. That's adult material. Not for your children's consumption. That's the wrong message to send to DCF. And he appreciated it. He said, thank you. I'm glad you came, Attorney Seaver, because we would have made that mistake. And it would have been an awful mistake. And DCF would not have been happy, nor should they be. That is not for children's consumption. So there's things in your home you got to look at. Your CO2s, your smoke detectors. Make sure you get food in the refrigerator, anything in your cabinets. Some will, some won't. What do I mean? Some social workers will look in the refrigerator. Others won't. Had a client one time say she doesn't drink. I walk in the house, what's on top of the refrigerator? A gallon of vodka. Wrong message. She profusely said, it's not mine, it's for my boyfriend when he comes over. I said, I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're leaving it out for Santa Claus for Christmas Eve. It's a wrong message. You don't have a gallon of vodka on top of your refrigerator. It's the wrong message to send your children. That alcohol is okay. Well, maybe it is, but maybe it's not. But why send any message? Send a message you don't have any alcohol in your house. That's the message you should send. And if you want to drink, fine. Bring it to your home, consume what you drink. Don't have anything left over. All my life, all I've ever seen alcohol do is produce problems for people. Don't make you better looking, more intelligent, smarter, taller, thinner, skinnier, richer, more sexier. All I've seen it do is cause heartache, time and time and time again. In majority of my cases, there's some component of alcohol or drugs in most of them. And that's just too bad. It shouldn't be that way. But it is. So let's deal with it head on, straight on. Okay? Make sure your egress and ingress to your home is not blocked by anything or anybody. If DCF thinks you're hoarding with stacks of newspapers and magazines by the doors, whether it's the front door, back door, garage door, any door, they're going to think you have mental health issues because hoarding is a mental health issue. Be careful. Give DCF nothing to say your home is unsafe or unkept. Nothing. Trust me on this one. I recently had a case where the clients had dog feces all over the house. Well, DCF wasn't coming to the home. Well, all well and good. But they had visitors to the home who then called DCF on them. And next thing you know, they were having an investigation which led to a supported decision, which led to an assessment, and on and on and on. Didn't have to happen. Make sure your house is clean. That's the first step to a home visit. You get one good first impression to make that good first impression. Make it. How? Your home is clean. Soap and water doesn't cost much money. I had a client that had a dirty home. DCF was at the home. And so when I went out to the home, I just shook my head. And the client says, what's the matter, Attorney Seaver? I said, this is simple stuff. You've got clutter everywhere. And I said, let's go. And they said, where are we going? I said, we're going to Home Depot. They said to get what? I said to get contractor bags. And I went and got a big thing of contractor bags and a couple barrels. And there was so much there that I ordered up a dumpster. And had the dumpster brought to the house. And I told DCF, please come back in 48 hours and this house will be clean. And I meant business. And that day I called that area director and I said, you have my word that within 48 hours, this house will be clean. Over my dead body, it will not be clean. And I told my client that. So we dug in and everything was just trash. It was easy. Everything was thrown into big contractor bags, then we're taken out to the dumpster, thrown in the dumpster, and then we went and got another bag, and another bag, and another bag, and another bag. And before the day was out, we could see the floors. Then we had to vacuum, wash, and clean the floors. Then we had to wash and clean the bathrooms and clean everything up. And so we enlisted a whole bunch of people to help us with us, to clean. And so now DCF looks upon that home being so dirty as being a mental health issue, which it wasn't. But it's hard to live in such filth and not think it's mental health, because nobody likes to live in a dirty house. I don't care who you are. So how do you get to that point is what DCF wanted to know. And more importantly, how are we going to keep it that clean was what I wanted to know. So we set up a plan, the man with the plan. You don't have a plan, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we made sure that each person had a designated day to go and clean the house, clean the dishes, clean everything, make sure everything stayed clean. And we stuck to that. And I called these people every day to make sure the person who was supposed to clean was cleaning. They welcomed my call. And after a period of time, DCF closed the case and everybody went home happy. My clients were happy, DCF was happy, and the children got to stay where they should be, family first. And that's just a winning case, a SEVA success story that I'm really proud of, because my clients listened. The area director, much to her credit, she listened, as did the social worker who was being vilified by my clients, who was only doing his job. When I spoke to him, he couldn't have been nicer. Just a great kid. And I told the area director, you should be very proud of that social worker, because I'm not so sure I'd have been so cool as a cucumber coming out of a refrigerator if I had to listen to being vilified by the clients who, quite frankly, were wrong. Positively, unequivocally wrong. The house was just filthy. But yet DCF had the patience and the time and the understanding that this could change, and we did change. And the parents have changed and have continued to change. And again, it's a happy ending and everybody went home happy. I love those cases. It's one of my favorites. Everybody worked in the spirit of cooperation, and guess what? Voila, magic happened.